All right, everyone, here we go with Mercury in Aquarius. It's an all signs reading. Doesn't matter what your sign is. Straight up energy reading. Mercury in Aquarius. Let me just sum it up for you. Innovative thinking, bright ideas. It's the bright ideas energy, right? But in order for it to work, you've got to be okay with change. You've got to understand a few things. Now, you might get that. I'm not sure if somebody attached to you will. I never am, but you might get it. Again, if you're okay with change, if you're okay with adapting, you get bright ideas, you can give them a try. It's in web design, if any of you do websites, I've got friends that do websites and shit like that, they talk about the sandbox, right? They play around with, it's not out there in the public yet. They keep the website in the sandbox and play around with it and try different things and put different buttons in different places, but nobody sees it except them. It's a bit of a sandbox energy as far as your bright ideas might go. Is it best to keep them? It might be best to keep them in the sandbox until Mars changes signs. It might, because we got another reading I'll be pulling probably on Tuesday, which is Saturn and Uranus. That's about as pure an Aquarius energy as you could get. They're having some sextile. Okay, we'll talk about that when we get there. But Mercury in Aquarius, bright ideas. Bright ideas. Okay. Well, I've got somebody attached to you. Six of Swords. Again, crossed by the star. Again, these bright ideas, ting, right, that go off. These dreams, these wishes. Oh, I wish I could do that. Wait, maybe I can. It all feels like you can. It feels like you can do it with the Six of Swords here and the star. Happy new beginnings, moving in new directions. I mean, this is just backing up my read on the energy. And if it goes wrong, right, if all goes wrong, you're in complete control. You know, you can try something else with the Seven of Cups, and that's an Emperor, that's a Death card. Somebody else attached to you, I don't know if they think it's going to be easy to talk to you. I don't know if that's the way I would phrase this. I think they get a bright idea about you, and they implement it. I feel like I'm going to phrase it this way. I think the easiest way to read this surface energy is you got somebody attached to you that wants to grab the bull by the horns and take control of the situation. What is the situation? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It's not the guy from Jersey Shore. I'm not talking about that, right? Somebody wants to take control of the situation. If I am talking about the guy from Jersey Shore, well, somebody going to take control of him. Okay. Let's see where we go. Let's see where we're at here. Card before the cuts. Why the fuck we're here? Let's see where we go. Let's see where we're at. All right. See where we go. All right. Why the fuck are we here? Aside from what I've already said. Tell me about this incoming energy. In the form of cut cards that should back up my pre-shuffle. There's the Ace of Swords. It's an epiphany, right? Sometimes we read it as, what did I say? Bright idea. We're here because somebody's got a bright idea. Because there's bright ideas popping off all over the place. Okay? The problem, there is always a catch in the energy, and I'll tell you in a second after the cut. Yeah, the problem is, it's disappointment. We can't get rid of it. I have exploded this deck on several occasions recently. Reassembled it. It just keeps popping up. I'll tell you why. And it's what I was going to say. We have these epiphanies. In this energy, I told you it's wise to keep them in the sandbox. Because some of them, we believe so much that it can happen. Some of it's crazy. Some of it can't happen. Right? It just, if you go and you dig in the details and you research it, if it's a business idea you have in this energy, my God, keep it in the sandbox. Double research your research. Make sure, because on the surface, it'll seem like a terrific plan. Oh, this is terrific. We're going to build houses for the termites so that they won't go into other people's houses. So we're going to build whole neighborhoods and just let the termites have it, and then they'll leave everyone else's houses alone. On the surface, this sounds like a great idea. What a business plan. But if you dig a little deeper, you'll realize that there's no guarantee that the termites will go into those. I mean, you see what I'm saying? It's just if you take the long view, it's a bad fucking idea. Well, that's a bit of this here. Somebody here gets a lot of epiphanies in their head, but it's along the lines of a 12, 13-year-old boy. I'm going to go 11 with this one. 11-year-old boy. All right? It's a bit of that. Male or female. Kid that age, boy that age in particular, gets a lot of ideas. And most of them are as bad as my termite one. Okay, here we go. Let's shuffle the deck. All right, let's see where we're at. I told you when I was a kid, my dad yelled at us. I've told you a million times, my dad yelled at us because my friends and I got the bright idea at that age to build an underground fort. I don't know if we were being channeled by the energy of Hitler or something, but we get this idea to build bunkers. Whenever you get the idea to build bunkers, you're being channeled. You know, World War II is coming at you. I tell you, it's fucking crazy. Anyway, he yelled at us. He's like, you kids are crazy. Get the fuck out of that hole. And he came, filled fucking, oh my God. Anyway, it's a bit of that. Let's see where we go. So before you let somebody fill any holes in or around you, we should probably shuffle the deck here and see a reading. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate, right? But if you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. Look at that. It flew out of the deck. It's a Four of Swords, Four of Cups reversed. I was going to do that, so I'll do that. The Two of Swords. So our overall energy is 4 cups reversed, fueled by 2 swords. Somebody is thinking they can't fail. Somebody's thinking, somebody's coming with an idea that they feel like can't fail. All right? They should probably give it more thought. The Four of Cups reversed means something here in a bigger way than that, and I'm not doing it justice. All right? Somebody's. I'm just going to say somebody's coming towards you without maybe thinking about it too much. I'm going to do a pyramid here. I have to. It's that kind of reading. I'll clarify the shit out of whatever needs clarifying, I promise you. Top row is how they feel about you. All right? And that might show up in some sort of a present, past, future sort of lineup. It might. I feel like there's different energies swirling around here. The middle is how they see you. What do they think about when they think about you? The bottom of the pyramid's potential final outcome for you. I know it's a reverse pyramid, but anyway. Potential final outcome for you. It assumes you'd be sitting across from me. Right? So for you, it would look like an upright pyramid. For me, it's fucking upside down. Anyway, and you. Here. I'll clarify whatever needs clarifying. We'll throw some universe cards at the end. You bet your sweet asses we're going to extend this one. There's more to this than what I've said. Underneath it is 2 swords and 8 cups, but that doesn't do it justice either. Why would the 4 of Cups reversed have flown out? Let's find out. Let's pull how they feel about you. All right? We ready? Everybody cool? You ready? I'm talking to the bird. He's off to the left of me. All right. He's on 1 talon. We're good to go. All right. When the talon goes up, it's time. All right. Here we go. Queen of Swords. Queen of Wands. See? I knew it. What's red with that? 10 of Pentacles. This is a person who, I'm just going to say this because it's here. And your initial reaction might be, oh, that's not true, Steve. Right? Before you click your video off, trust me, this is how a lot of people feel about other people, but it's one of those things you don't want to admit. It's sort of like, it's not racism or anything like that, but it's sort of like the way racists don't want to admit that if you confront them and call them a racist, they'll say, no, I'm not. No, because they can't possibly admit that, because the moment they admit that, then they admit that they've got devil energy and, oh my God, I'm a bad, this, that, and the other thing. So it's along the lines of that. It's one of those things that people never admit to themselves, but I feel it off people a lot. This is someone who felt at one time that you weren't good enough for them. Okay? I don't know if it's energies attached to your person or if it is your person, but they felt at one time. Notice I said in the past, at one time, they felt you weren't good enough for them, so they cut you out. They cut you out. This is a different read on this top row than normally is here. All right? This is past, present, and future in the way it's laid out here. It doesn't always come out that way for me, otherwise I'd read it that way. Sometimes we just talk to the universe. They're red, center, left, right. This is not the case here. Okay? This is past. They didn't think you were good enough. And it automatically bookends over here, even though this is future, for their life. They cut you out. They said goodbye. This is a runner. Or it could be a family member, a hoity-toity family member, right? Sometimes you get a cousin or something, or a sibling that marries well, and all of a sudden they stop calling you, right? You got your one bedroom by the airport, and you're not getting any calls from them anymore while they're up in the hills, right? It's that kind of thing. Now, in the present, they're very attracted to you. Now you mean something to this person in a big way. And in the future, they're going to be in your life. Whether you want them to or not, dare I say, I feel like they're coming. I feel like that's what this Four of Cups reversed was talking about. They don't care if you're not interested. They don't care. All right. Okay. I love it. This is going to be fun. They're very attracted to you. But I think it's the Queen of Wands, though. Well, I don't think it's the Queen of Wands. It is. But I think this is here. Because it's a trouble aspect. And we got a trouble Queen of Wands once before. Was it the Venus reading? I don't know. I wash these when I'm done. So I don't know. Wash. W-A-S-H. When I'm done. I don't know. But there's something in it for them. The Queen of Wands, yeah, they're attracted. Yeah, but again, like that sibling that married up and they don't call you in your one bedroom anymore or down by the airport. If they do contact you, there's a reason. There's something in it for them. There's something they want you to do that they feel they don't need to do. This person is a bit high and mighty. They haven't really changed. I just think they got a bright idea. They got a way we can do this. It could be something, because it's the Queen of Wands, it's superficial energy. It could be a way that they can still keep their life the same and keep you out of it, but you guys can meet once in a while and bang. It could be a way of that, right? It could be a way that you could be somebody's booty call. Oh, what every girl and guy dreams of, being somebody's booty. Oh, wow, thank you. Thank you, Jesus. You know, I mean, come on, give me a goddamn break here. All right? But it is. No, they are coming. Oh, they are. They don't care whether you're interested or not. La, la, la. Don't hear you, don't see you. It's just all what they want. Okay. All right. Okay. How do they see you? What are they thinking? Well, I just told you, but let's get some more. 9 swords. Why is that here? This person thinks you need them. This person thinks you're lonely. They think don't come at me and go, no, I doubt it. No. The 9 of Swords is nonsense, and we rarely let on. Think about things. Let's say you go to work in the morning, right? And you had a rough night the night before. You were up all night worried about something, thinking about something. Are you telling everybody around you that, or are you, most people, I mean, you might be if you're really, sort of deep sympathy, empathy, empress kind of, thing, but touchy-feely kind of person. But most people just go in and pretend, oh, good morning, just getting some coffee. Hey, how are you? That kind of a thing. We don't usually tell people what keeps us up at night. All right? That's how they see you. They see you hiding something, that you're hiding a worry from them. Again, in my example of the hoity-toity, moved up in the world sibling, it's somebody who's got themselves convinced that you're too ashamed to call them and ask them for something, so they're going to call you and be there's always this element on this side where they DMs in this cycle want to be your hero. They make claims that they're the only one that can save you. It's that kind of a thing. That is such devil energy to do that. The angel would never do that, ever. It couldn't. It's just It would save you, and then the angel energy would do something nice for you, and you'd never know who did it. Right? It'd just be done. They're not looking for credit, not looking for anything. Anyway, that's how they see you. They see you as, I'm going to clarify that Queen of Cups when we get there. What's the potential final outcome? It's very interesting. It's my Desert Queen, empty cup. Maybe they see you as lonely. It's possible. It feels lonely. It feels empty. I don't know what specifically yet. Potential final outcome for you? The Chariot. Yeah. This person's coming whether you want to. They're coming in. It's red with the Queen of Wands. They're showing up. You're a magnet, they're a nail. Here they come. Flying at you. Electromagnet's been turned on. They're re-entering. The way it feels like a re-entry. They're re-entering your journey on the soulmate cycle. So this may be someone who got off, let's say the soulmate cycle, your journey on it is a bus ride. It's a bus route, right? And you're still on the bus. This energy got off a few stops back. And you might be surprised to see and wonder how they even got there ahead of the bus, but they're getting back on the thing. That's what I've got here. Okay. They don't care what you think, what you want, what you need, what's really going on. And if you try to tell this person, no, I'm fine. I'm not up all night worrying about anything. I'm not lonely. They, la, 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 they don't hear you. None so blind as those who will not see. It's a little bit of that. All right. Queen of Wands. Why is it here? Queen of Wands. It's crossed by the Ace of Pentacles. Person's been gone a while. They have made some changes in their style. That's what I'm going to tell you. They've been gone a while. They definitely feel right now like they have what it takes to help you out. It feels like they want to help you. Again, the helping hands, right? I don't know. It always reminds me, there was some charity that had this. They were on TV commercials all the time when I was a kid. Is it the United Way or something like that had the hands and the thing? I don't know, but that's the way it feels. I think their perception of you is way the fuck off. Again, we're talking about an energy here, Mercury to Aquarius, bright ideas. Sometimes, and I'm using that phrasing on purpose, right? When we think about saying somebody has a bright idea, usually we're picking on them. You know, we're saying something like, this is one of your bright ideas. Or it's Ricky picking on Lucy, right? Another idea. She's getting ideas in her head. That kind of a thing. Somebody's getting ideas in their head about all the help you need. Okay. All right. Okay. What's on top? The King of Wands. The King of Wands. The King and Queen of Wands. I'm telling you, it's just I don't even need to keep repeating myself. I don't. This person's very, very, very attracted to you. They're trying to almost coming towards you to boost their ego. Their idea helps them more than it helps you. All right? Even if you're okay with their idea, it helps them. It benefits them more than you. I'll tell you that right now. But they're showing up. They're getting back on the bus. And unfortunately, you're sitting alone on the bus, and they're gonna come sit next to you. But it's like you're sitting on the bus going, not me. Please, not here. Please, not here. You're putting books down on the seat. You're putting your coat there. These two energies together, they'll just throw your coat on the floor in the hall, in the walkway of the bus, and just sit down. They don't care. They don't care. All right? Wow. This is arrogance personified here. Right? Why is that here? Justice. I told you. They're coming to make themselves happy. All the justice is on their side. It's it. It's a total ego play. I think the Witches deck does it better. I should have gotten the Six of Pentacles here with the guy from the Witches deck with the hairy chest, opened up kind of shirt given to the kids that looked like they got out of a Range Rover 5 minutes before. It's that kind of a thing. It's somebody given to somebody who doesn't need given to, but then do impress that they help the poor. You know, it's that kind of hypocrisy on some level. Okay. All right. Queen of Swords. Why is it here? Let's talk about it. This was the present. All right. And yeah, they're coming. We don't need to worry about this. We're not going to clarify this. We're going to clarify the fuck out of this. Why? Because of what I told you. It's something we rarely like to admit. When we feel it, we shift it and cast it off as something else. I say we because it's what most people do. Right? They don't feel, at a time in the past, they didn't feel you were good enough to be in their life. Now that plays out on many different levels. You don't have to take me literally. They didn't feel you fit. Or they were high on themselves and thought they were hoity-toity. Now they got a bright idea of how you can fit in. But I'd be careful about that. It has kind of a trophy aspect to it. Meaning, in an extreme example, this is somewhat hoity-toity, inviting somebody who's down in the lower level, lower class levels to come in so that they look like to their friends they're tolerant. You know what I'm saying? It's that kind of thing. I don't know. Oh, God. Yeah. Let's see where we go. Queen of Swords. Why is it here? So, it's crossed by the Chariot. They got off the bus. Actually, tried to push you off. You wouldn't go. And then it's the Chariot. It's right there. They're coming back now. All of a sudden, somebody who said you weren't good enough or thought it, ran in some way, took off in some way. This happens all the time. We all have somebody in our life that's done this. We don't always have a soul connection with them, though. What's on top? The Queen of Pentacles. Again, somebody felt like this is not your energy showing up here. This is we're talking about why they cut you out. Somebody thought they were the shit. Okay? Somebody thought they had a lot. There's no other way to phrase it. You pair these two energies together in this context, and that's what I get. You didn't fit in this picture at some time. Now, it's convenient for this person that you do fit. All right? I'm not saying, hey, you might be like, hey, Steve, I want this person. I mean, you're kind of discouraging me. I'm not. I'm just telling you who you're dealing with. There's lots of people I have in my life that are kind of like this. Well, not lots, but a few. As long as I know who I'm dealing with and I'm not blindsided, I can adapt in either. I mean, there's some people that I know like this, who are like this, that I think they're fun. I think they're kind of funny, so I keep them around. But I don't forget who and what they are, right? I don't forget that it's convenient for them to have me around, right? They need a band to play at one of their parties. I'm the guy they call. Oh, I haven't heard from you in a while. I'm the guy they call. Not to play there, but because I know everybody. I can call up and get them somebody. I mean, that's all. It's no big deal. I know that they're using me, but I keep them around because they're kind of funny. And sometimes I need something from them, right? I mean, why? You're getting this so you know who you're dealing with. What you do with it is up to you. You can cut them out. You can keep them. You can find the sense of humor in this, which is what I like to do. Why is that here? Why is this here? Six of Pentacles. And I was just talking about it from the witches. I thought the Six of Pentacles would be better. I figured it'll come out here. Right? This person didn't think. It's an energy that says they didn't think you were on their level, like financially, or had your shit together. It's a status-y kind of a thing. All right? It's not that they didn't want to hit your hot ass back then. It's just your hot ass wasn't on the proper status level. Right? It would bring them down. That's all. I mean, plain and simple. This is a common scenario in this soulmate cycle. There's a lot of DMs that are high up and DFs that are a little lower. Right? I don't know. It is what it is. The CEO and the secretary in Asian television speak. The CEO and the underling. It's like they have one script floating through all of Asia, and that's it. It's fucking hilarious, but it is a bit of that. And some point, 40 episodes in, the CEO figures, oh, I like this underling, right? And then that's it. The show ends. They don't take it any further. So anyway, Queen of Cups, when they see you. So this person has to feel like you're in some kind of peril. They got a bright idea in their head that, you're up all night thinking about them. So they'll do you a favor and show up. It's that kind of energy. I'm going to do you a favor and show up. Okay. Cool. Look, always in life, know who you're dealing with. You can have assholes, friends or acquaintances that are assholes on certain levels or whatever, as long as they bring some sort of something to your life, to your energy, something positive. They bring something positive. They're not toxic, right? As long as you know who you're dealing with and who they are, you won't go too far in and get yourself hurt. Right? That's all. This person here, look, I could also sum this energy up as they know they want it. They always knew they wanted it. They had to cut it out because you weren't on some kind of level to fit with their world in some way. Whatever that is, stop thinking that they're, Steve thinks my person's a millionaire or something. I don't. It doesn't matter. It's not about literally about money. It's about fitting into their world. That's all. You know, I mean, they could be a poor, struggling artist, but if you're not into art and don't know anything and don't fit with their friends, and you're a corporate executive, they can't bring. You're gonna kill their image, right? They can't show up with Joe Lawyer, you know, dressed in an Armani suit and shit. They're a struggling artist. They're supposed to look struggling, not, oh, I just borrowed $5,000 from my boyfriend. Ooh, I'm struggling. That doesn't fit with their image, right? Look at this. Flew out of the deck. The Emperor reversed. I love it. I didn't even see it fly. Judgment. Wow. Somebody thinks they've got you figured out. I'm just going to summarize this. Somebody thinks they got you figured out, but they're wrong. They're acting on old information about you. They're acting on information from the past. That's why this came out past, present, future. They're acting on, they think you're still here. You're not. You've moved past this. You've grown. They haven't grown. They're acting on old. They're treating you like it was, let's say whatever they ran from you. Let's say they ran from you 3 years ago. They're treating this energy as though it's still 3 years ago. Right? You catch my drift? Right. Chariot, here they come. And look at this. Randomly at the bottom, crossing this is 10 Pentacles. We were talking about 10 Pentacles. When this flew out of the deck reversed, I did not see it until I mentioned it. That's wild. Okay? So, you know, I got a great deal of experience with people. You know, I always make the joke, everybody wants to bang the Empress, but not everybody gets to. I'm one of those people, and my wife was just talking about it the other day. She's like, hey, no matter where we go, people want to talk to you. They want to be around you. Positive, for better or worse, positive or negative. You know, and even she notices it, and she's not one for the hocus pocus, believe me. You know, I'm somebody who's dealt with a lot of people. There's a lot of people. Even people you might think high up on pedestals. They seem very interested in me, you know, for whatever reason. Again, sometimes negative, sometimes positive. Sometimes they can't read it. But it gives me a great deal of experience in understanding people's motives, people's behaviors, who they are, why they are. You know, it's sort of an energy of everybody wants to know me, but not everybody gets to. Although I always try to understand them. So if I'm dismissing a person as a friend or as a whatever, right, I understand why I'm doing that. I have a clear view of why I can't let that person into my life. That's what I'm trying to teach you. I'm trying to help you understand why you can let somebody in or can't. As long as you understand the why of it, you run a lower risk of getting hurt. You know. And you run a low risk of allowing toxin in. There's no toxin here with this person. They just, did you catch my tone? They just, right, that's it. But there's no toxin here. I don't have a devil. I won't get one when I'm clarifying this. And I say that with confidence. I won't. They're coming in. This is part of your journey. You're picking up a journey with this person. They will be in your life, one way or another. Even if you have a conversation with them and it won't go out of your head, they're in your life. You know, 5D or 3D. The 5D bleeds into the 3D. You know, I keep dreaming about them, Steve. Well, they're in your life, right? If it drains you emotionally or affects you emotionally in some way, that's whether you dreamt the person or the person was there in front of you. This is still affecting your life. All right. Let's see where we go. So they're coming. Why is the Chariot here? What's the final on this for my people? It's crossed by the Page of Cups. There is a chance here. There's a great opportunity here. You know, there's determination attached to this a little bit, but you might be, they're determined to start over with you. I suggest you kind of let this play out. I do. I suggest you let it play out. I don't have anything devious here. I just have someone who's never going to get it. They're always going to be like this, but it's okay. I know plenty of people I say about them, they're always going to be like that, right? It's fine. Accept it. Accept people for who and what they are. You'll have a lot more people in your life that way, right? Not everybody has to be like you. Not everybody is exactly like you. You can't surround yourself with people who are exactly like you, even though energy would dictate you do that. Like energy attracts like energy. You don't learn anything that way. You won't gain any big wisdom leaps and bounds that way. You won't. You got this energy is about being open to change, trying new things, innovation. Brilliant ideas, yes. But how you could best utilize it on your side is you get the epiphanies and the brilliant ideas, and they might be to try new things, try new circles of people, try understanding this person's always going to be like this, but it's okay. You know, they're part of my journey. I have a soul connection with them. Let them back on the bus, you know. Try new foods, try new things, try new habits. If you take walks, try a new walk. I don't know. But that's what this energy's about. You know. What's on top here? The death card. Told you there wasn't going to be a devil, and there's not. That's it. Right there. I don't have. Okay, I'll pull one more. 8 of Wands, bridging energy. You want me to pull one more? Fine. The Lovers. Fine. The Knight of Swords. Fine. The Ace of Wands. I'll pull one more. The 6 of Cups. That's as far as I can go. From there, it's just a deck of cards. I mean, you know, for the most part. I said, no devil. Please, I know what I'm saying here. I know this energy well. This is a great chance for you to learn something about energy and about people and how they work. I mean this experience, not my reading. Take what you want from the reading. But you got a great opportunity here. And the main cards, I got somebody from the past returning with a message of change. They want to start over. They want a rebirth. It happens very quickly. Happens very suddenly. And I think that they don't want to take no for an answer. They want to move forward. The advice for you is to move forward with this. The 8 of Wands is bridging the Chariot. These are both forward-moving, fast, forward-moving energies. This is a transition. This is something else. This is something new happening here. You may find that something you thought wasn't what you wanted, or someone you thought wasn't what you wanted, is actually what you need. It's actually, and even maybe in retrospect, you'll find it was actually what you wanted all along. It's a bit of that. It really is. It's playing out a lot with Mercury and Aquarius, but the new moon energy is helping with this a little bit too. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. Wow, what a fucking unreal. All right, we'll go back to the witches. 3 cards from the bottom and a crossing card. What else you want to tell my people before I go pull some wicked voodoo on this? And I'm going to extend this. Wow. This is somewhat, you guys are very attracted to each other. You know, and again, this could be a family member. It could be. And when I say attracted, you know, you got to catch my drift. That's all. You like them. You wish you had a closer relationship with this person. If it is a family member, they wish they had a closer relationship with you too. But because of the King and Queen of Wands energy, their idea of that is different than yours. Right? Their idea is all of their ideas get done and yours don't. That kind of a thing. It's a very one-sided sort of thing here. All right? But and also they may want you back in the life for appearances if this is a family member. Meaning it doesn't look good if you're trying to portray, because there's some status here. There's something. So it doesn't look good if you're trying to portray that you've got the Waltons perfect leave it to beaver fucking family when somebody isn't speaking. Right? When somebody's got primary member, i.e. you, isn't around. Right? That kind of a thing. So if it is, it's that type of dynamic. If it's family. It's probably a runner. Let's be honest. Let's go. 3 cards from the bottom and a crossing card. What else you want to tell my people? Oh, I can't wait. This is one of them. This is one I can't wait to extend. This is, wow. So much energy here. Let's see where we go. Bottom of the deck, the 8 swords. You got them. You got this person right where you want them. It's a real rope-a-dope here. Right? Rope-a-dope. Right? Muhammad Ali and George Foreman. Ali just wore him out. He just let him keep throwing punches and wore him out. And just knocked him down. It's that kind of a thing. Somebody here, they've been fighting themselves over you for a long time. They're thinking about you more than you're. Even if you're watching tarot readings for this person and you, Steve, I think about this person too much. They're thinking about you 10 times as much. They've worn themselves out. They're against the ropes by the time they reach you. King of Swords. There he is. See? You knew this had to be the base energy. I talked about it here All right, and I talked about it, and then the Six of Pentacles came out. But this is the card I was talking about with the open-chested guy giving to these two kids who look like they just got out of a Range Rover, right? Mom's a Range Rover mom. And, oh, jeez. Chanel everything. All right, here we go. What's red with the King of Swords? Eight of Pentacles. Look at me. I give to the poor. Poor? Well, yes, they only make 400 grand a year. They're poor. I mean, you know, fuck off. Right? Here we go. Everything I said here is valid, but this is crossing this. All right? This person wants to feel like this is like little big man syndrome. This is somebody, I believe it, with the King of Wands here and the Queen of Wands together. I mean, together, Wonder Twin powers activate. They form some sort of super fuck wet. Okay? Shape of a super fuck wet. It is a bit of that. Don't let this person, do not let this person ignore the truth or bypass the truth. If there's an elephant in the, I'm telling you, you got him against the ropes. Once Foreman was against the ropes, Ali just started punching him and knocking him out. Right? He hadn't really thrown a punch up to that point. It was a whole lot of dancing around and tiring out the big man. That's all. They're already tired out by the time they reach you. So don't let this person skirt around the truth. If there's an elephant in the room topic, bring it up. That's the equivalent of the punch. Right? Bring it up. Hit them with it. That's it. That's what I got. That's what I got here. They're coming. They don't care if you're not interested. They want what they want. And the King and Queen of Wands forming a super fuckwit out for justice. Are you kidding me? All right. Well, they look poor to me. I'm going to give to them. Okay. All right. I think you're fine. I think they're seeing you the way this guy's seeing these two kids. And you and I look at them and go, they're perfectly fine. They're probably living in a bigger house than I got. You know, but again, this person's seeing you all wrong. They're seeing you in an old energy, feeling you in an old energy. You can snap them into the present real quick. All right? But yeah, I would expect a ludication. I would, definitely. Well, I can't say definitely because I can't predict free will, but you know what I mean. Definitely the new moon energy is helping here. Anyway, no devil. Nothing devious, nothing dastardly. They are who they are. Try to remember that. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you want the extended, there's a couple of links at the top of the description. I know I want it. I can't wait to pull that fucker. All right. That's it. That's what I got. Good luck.